Hey Vamp Cows, welcome back to another Vermire React Andy. Yay! React Andy! Everyone loves me. Just a React Andy to things, right? Just talk about the funny of the day. Well, not the funny, but like the news, the drama news, the VTuber beef of the day. Well, and that's too bad. You're gonna learn to love it. So. The Deme situation got 10 times worse by Rev says Desu. I don't know anything about Deme. I went on her like, I kind of heard about her like yesterday. Well, the day before that. I didn't watch this video. I watched it like maybe 5-6 minutes, and then I was like, oh, you know what? I should react to this. Because quite frankly, Deme, fuck this hoe. She's basically an online prostitute trying to solicit her opinions that no one cares about. So what I understand about her so far is a lady says, guys, don't make NSFW of me. This is what she looks like. I think that speaks for itself. Guys, don't make NSFW of me. All right, man. Maybe don't commission like a $4,000 model that looks like a whore. But hey, what do I know? Anyways, apparently, she got in hot water, and that's gonna do absolutely nothing to her Gooner simp fan base. That, well, I mean, come on. There's probably only one reason why people are watching her. And hearing her voice, when I heard her voice for the first time, I think I completely understand her audience and everything there is about her, just from her voice alone and her model.
Hey, what's up, guys? Surf here. So right now, I want to take some time and give a follow-up to a video I made yesterday about the VTuber Deme, who.
Also, you gotta love here how apparently she made she gave her Twitch link that says addressing the drama, and then readers out of context. The link is to a 24/7 channel running VODs, not a live response. Wow, man. So of course though, so she's I guess what she's. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl type of woman. I can't do any wrong. I don't know much better. I'm just a girl. Meanwhile, she's farming engagement and farming the drama. I mean, hey, you know, good for her. That's actually what everybody should do when they know they're right. I don't know about her being right here, but, you know, when you're right, always farm the drama. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bussy Saka.
Made a controversial post regarding some standards she has when it comes to artwork made of her VTuber model. Some people found the post to be hypocritical, and instead of addressing those criticisms, she made personal shots at the critics,
You know, I was actually scrolling through her Twitter right before I started. I think I already said I blocked her, but I found a post where she's like quite literally doing that like one stretching pose where her leg is right next to her head. It's basically revealing her her groin, her lady parts. And then she has the gall to be like, guys, I just don't want to see images of me getting railed. I'm not gonna repost that. It's actually cringe if you make that. But you can make stuff that's really close to it, as long as there's no insertion, that's fine. All right, I'm just a girl. Behavior.
Up the lowest moments of their life, which is not only mean-spirited, but also very hypocritical given her many posts trying to protect low moments of her life, calling those who bring it up bad people, etc. We saw the full life cycle of the average VTuber drama with this situation.
All right, seeing the fact that I don't like her, I'm getting really annoyed if this is a looping video of her. Because it also, I don't know, just, you know what, there's no subtle foreshadowing. We'll see. You'll see exactly what I mean.
While simultaneously doubling down and basically saying she's a bad person and proud of it. And in the replies, she was mocking the people criticizing her, saying anyone mad about this is insignificant and doesn't matter anyways, and said that most people are just broke and trying to engagement farm. And then about an hour later, she made this banger of a post, literally trying to farm engagement and funnel people into her 24/7 re-upload channel onto Twitch, which would get hit with this note right here, as you can see.
Isn't that just pathetic? Who has a 24/7 channel running? Like, maybe I get that if somebody hasn't streamed in a while and then fans do it, or if you don't stream that often and then you do it. From what I can tell, this woman's live every single day. You don't need a 24/7 VOD channel. Put that on, just record your stream and then stop streaming. You know what? Maybe even put on YouTube. If you don't want to be on YouTube, you put on YouTube then. And have the VODs accessible there. Not a 24/7 VOD channel of yourself. Holy narcissism.
But in case you missed yesterday's episode of Dragon Ball, here's the very quick rundown. We have this popular indie VTuber, Deme, who made this post clarifying how she's
Here, don't worry. We'll do it in the VermireVC voice just for you. Hey, just a reminder, I'm extremely uncomfortable with NSFW art of me. But why did you make your VTuber look like that? Just because I like sexy or hot things doesn't mean I want to see corn of it. I'm just a VTuber. What do you think of when you see it? So you view yourself as a whore, but yet you don't want to see yourself getting whored out. I mean, who made the model? Who had the one that held the ideas for the model? Oh, right. That's you, Deme. You're the one that had the great idea of making your model look like that. This actually isn't even safe for Twitch. You should actually be banned for having this. Because Twitch even says that this is NSFW. You're revealing the lines that would lead to the woman hole. I would word another way, but I don't think she her YouTube would like it. Look at those thighs. They're even wider than your breasts. And you're like, guys, don't make any NSFW. Maybe make a model that's not as sexualized. All right, cry about it.
Uncomfortable, not safe for work art made of her. Many people found that to be hypocritical, given the fact that she's constantly reposting.
Many people found it hypocritical because it is hypocritical. You literally, her own model is evidence against her own statement.
Very suggestive artwork of her VTuber model.
Her voice is also against her own statement. I have something on that turns off reposts, so I didn't even see what she reposts for the most part. I only see whatever she posts. And you gotta love that she just reposts herself having repost herself with someone drawing her with gigantic nakas.
One of the people to point that out was Chibi Reviews, and instead of addressing his criticism, she would instead mock him for being cheated on. Well,
yeah, and then came to be. This is the same woman that basically took back her ex. So full story. This woman had a boyfriend. A boyfriend apparently cut her. She cried about it on Twitter. That was 7 inches long. And then a month or two later, she got back with him. And then she's like, guys, please don't bring that up. It was our worst moment in our lives, but things are better now. And then immediately goes to Chibi Reviews like, Lamal, didn't your friend group and your fiance ditch you? So rules for thee, not for me. Got it. Whore behavior.
Given her history, this is not only more mean girl behavior, it's also pretty hypocritical. She has her own baggage with her current relationship. At one point, she broke.
What are the allegations against Twitch streamer PSG1G? I don't even know what this is about.
Broke up with her current boyfriend, accusing him of verbal
I guess her boyfriend.
Physical abuse, even stating that he sliced her with a knife, leaving a 7-inch cut. And eventually, she would take him back. Just
now, if that thing actually was 7 inches long, how deep was it? Where was it located? I think this is kind of important to know. Also, you know, she should have took pictures of it after it was like healing too, as evidence that she wasn't lying. See, now I'm just getting like the idea that she's just a liar as well, on top of being a whore that doesn't want to be viewed as a whore.
A few months later, but of course, in many different posts, she would ask for grace regarding that situation and essentially say you're a bad person if you would ever bring up the lowest moment of her life. And of course, that is very.
And then what does she do? Wow, guys, don't bring up the lowest point of someone's life. Immediately it does it to some guy. Very nice, very cool. And you know how many people care that follow her? 0, because they all gooner her.
Critical, given the fact she did that exact same thing to Chibi Reviews when he dared to criticize her. Now, I was talking about this in my live stream yesterday, and unbeknownst to me, she had already did some follow-up posts, and I'm just going to play a snippet of that stream because I think it's a pretty candid reaction to the new posts as I discover them live in front of my audience. But that's really the situation, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very messy, to say the least. And is this the end of it? Probably not. I'm giving it a 50% chance of...
Who's the better waifu, Tatsumaki or Freerin? I don't think anybody cares about One Punch Man, my bruv. Like, there's like no manga readers in comparison to like manga and anime watchers of Freerin. I think everyone's gonna vote Freerin. Like, this is even in a contest. You probably would have had like a better chance if you had Freerin versus Eris from Mushoku Tensei.
Flaring up.
Did you see what she said?
That would actually be a real competition.
No.
I thought you knew that.
No.
No. All right, so she did double down, saying, I was too busy in Japan to see what happened in Twitter. What do you mean? What I meant by not safe for work, since a lot of people are confused, I'm okay with lewd, not been okay with it. I just don't like seeing people F up.
Yeah, okay, sure, buddy. So you like huge bazongas, you like huge thighs, you like big ass, and you like poses. You just don't like insertion. That's quite an interesting line for what is okay by you and what is not okay. Like, it'd be one thing if your model actually reflected your opinions, but again, guys, I'm okay with anything so long as nothing's being inserted inside of me. All right, man. All right, sure. Go off, I guess.
So, okay, very clearly.
Deme, if you want to uphold by this, how about this? How about you get a redesign of your model? I'm sure you have like a couple $100,000 in savings. You can afford it. If you're released it by opinion, just get a new model. It's not that hard for you. I assume you're rich, unless you're one of those e-girls that spends like $300 a week on getting like Uber Eats and Grubhub. But I'm seeing as you posted like a face review of yourself and you look kind of skinny. I mean, sure, you didn't post your body, but your face, you look skinny. So I'm gonna assume that you don't eat, so you have the money.
Penetration, everything safe for work.
You don't eat obsessive food.
Great. She sounds like a woke school teacher right here. I've seen that rhetoric before. Not saying that about her. That'll make that very clear. But I'm just saying I've seen this before. Clarifying to me being a bitch. That's nothing new. And I've never been nice to people I don't care about / respect.
Yes, of course. Typical. I've peaked in the high school behavior, e-girl behavior. I mean, it makes sense that she's always like advertising a stream with a 3D model, probably because she's one of the VR chat women.
Y'all are so bored that
I don't think I have to say anything more than she's a VR chat woman.
Someone that just doesn't like porn made you personally get riled up.
You know, honestly, you can just like summarize a lot of people's personality if they say they play VR chat and you see they have over like. If you see they have over 100 hours.
Everything you're reposting is porn. I'm sorry. Do you want me to attach softcore to it? Would that make you feel better?
It's like pornographic.
Yeah, it's different because there's no pee-pee insertion. It's different. Oh my gosh. You don't get it. Are you stupid? Oh.
Get over yourself. Come on. Ugh. I just genuinely can't really care as she makes a long series of responses.
I can't care. 4 additional replies.
I thought you were busy in Japan. If you don't want to respect it or even try to see what I meant, that's why people were asking. I see no reason to be even respectful remotely to some losers. I'd be lying if I said I was sorry. Well, I'm glad you're
Is it too late to say I'm sorry?
acknowledging that you're a bit of a rough around the edges sort of person. She has BPD, right? I'm pretty sure she does. Well.
Yeah, BPT. Bitch person disorder.
Guys, you're not allowed to talk about this because it's her lowest moment. So.
No. I thought her lowest moment was her boyfriend and who shanked her, but she got back with him. Technically, isn't that okay to bring up? I mean, if they're together again, it should be fine. It's no longer your lowest moment because you moved on, didn't you? Or did you not? Do you still hold resentment? Why are you still with your boyfriend after he shanked you like it was Minecraft Hunger Games?
We got one of those stickers. Stickers exist. Thank you, the Cold Recluse, for the 2. Well, let's get into the comments here.
There she has more.
More?
Well, yeah, her reply.
Yeah, that's why I was scrolling down. Woman. Yeah, these are comments, actually.
That's her thread, actually.
Yes, I pre-watched.
No, wait,
a little bit. 6 minutes.
Was it right to do what I did? No. Okay.
Was it right to do what I did? No, but I don't care. Okay, then.
Great.
Interesting.
No, but I never pretended to be a role model whatsoever and
Well, oh, that's interesting. I never pretend to be a role model. Sorry, woman. You have 200,000 followers. When you have a audience, period, you are a role model, period. Sorry that you don't want to be seen as a role model. You are a role model. Ryan Gosling, he's a role model. Miranda Cosgrove, she's a role model. Casey Simpson, Rev says Desu, Tectone, Asmongold, Hassan Piker. All those people are considered role models. You know why? Oh, gee, I don't know. Maybe it's just because they have a massive following and they're supposed to show the greatness in humanity. That's kind of like what comes with being an internet personality. If you are an internet personality and you have some form of following, you are already a role model in some form. It doesn't matter if you don't want to be viewed that way. That's too damn bad. I mean, you're getting 1,000 likes on a tweet saying, I don't want to be a role model. People are gonna already like take what you say. People are gonna take exactly what you're saying right here, right now, and then probably reiterate it in their own life. You are a role model, whether you want to be or not, don't want to be. That's too bad. You have a gigantic audience. I'd say I'm a role model. I have maybe like 10 people that watch me. I'm a role model. Who am I a role model for? I don't know. I don't care. Fact is that I gotta show the best of myself. You are obviously not doing that, and obviously you're showing the worst of yourself, and you don't care about that because obviously you don't care how people perceive you, nor if people decide to act just like you.
openly hate other people, so what's surprised? Who's surprised on that?
She's just admitting, she's saying the quiet part out loud. She's like, I know I'm a bad person. I've never pretended to be anything else. She's telling us who she is.
To the people bringing up what happened with my relationship in the past as a blow, we practically moved on from it too. Well, I'm glad you moved on from that.
And we're so happy, but why? Actually, no way. Hold on. That doesn't sound like you really moved on from it. If you're complaining that people are bringing it up. Now that's just a me feeling, just a me vibe, gut feeling.
If you actually watch my streams, he's on it all the time, and we're
so good for
just
you.
Taking a break from streaming in Japan. I never hid that whatsoever. No one thinks you were hiding it. To the people who think I'm not a good VTuber, never did the norm, and I don't plan to. Cry about it, pussy. Whoa,
okay.
Shiver me timbers. Whoa.
Wow, man, she's such a hard ass, dude. I bet you if you put her into a female boxing match, she'd be the #1 winner.
Oh, popping off over here. Okay, well, no one is talking about you being a good or not VTuber. We're calling you a hypocrite because you said never bring up my lowest moments, and then you brought up someone's lowest moments. You're not just mean, you're a hypocrite. That's it.
I mean, you're also a hypocrite because you're quite literally posting softcore corn. And then being like, but I don't like insertion. Okay, that's like a very thin line that you're treading on. I can complain that's a thin line, but that's fine, whatever. But then don't be upset when people call you out for basically having that very thin line, because again, it's a thin ass line. There ain't going to be much for you to basically overstep your own rules, and then people be like, see, look, you overstep your own rules. Or there's even stuff that doesn't even have to be about insertion that would probably even be seen as even more hardcore. Literally pyrocynical furry inflation. There's plenty of BDSM where people have clothing ons. Where people have clothing on. Yeah, there's plenty of like BDSM artwork that exists where people have clothing on. Is that okay? Or is that too hardcore for you? That's a good question. Again, you can also even have like wax play. Is that like okay? Or is that too hardcore? If we're going to the idea that any fucky sucky is a little bit too far, okay, so everything else is considered not corn to you. All right then. So again, candle wax, okay. Tying people up, okay. Inflation, I guess that's okay probably too. What about vor? What is vor okay? How about pregnation? Can we draw you pregnant? Technically, you're not viewing yourself being fucky sucky. You're actually just seeing yourself after it happened. So if we draw you pregnant, is that okay? Don't preach out that you don't like NSFW when you've posted and reposted things that most definitely would be classified as NSFW if you showed it to some normie on the
And
sidewalk.
honestly, your choice to go back to him, your choice. You have a lot of love for men, which apparently extends to a very large level of forgiveness. But that's your choice. That's your choice. Just like it's your choice to be a maniac on Twitter and rub people's lowest moments in their face while whining about people rubbing your lowest moment in your face. As you do it again. She learned nothing. But she's not...
Oh my... Oh, jeez. What? Talk about an essay. I don't think... Alright, I don't think I made this far now.
To add to this, I talked to my
This is
community
new to
about
me.
what people are saying. I was confused with some people calling me a hypocrite. I do advocate mental health for women and men. I, however, do not care
She puts women first, so obviously she does not care about men. There's more than enough mental health for women. Honestly, if you say I advocate mental health for women, that is a non-statement. There's plenty of that. It's called therapists. There's barely any of that for men.
about Chibi. She cares about men till they disagree with her. Then, get out. I made the mistake of saying the first thing that came out of my head when seeing his username. But I should have been the better person. Why? You said you're an
Yeah, she's unapologetic, but she's also kind of sorry that she said that because now she's getting backlash in the internet and it's giving her hurt vibes. It's ruining her trip to Japan. Lay sad.
apologetically bad person. So you're not the better person. This is exactly who you are. You can't double down and say, this is how I've always been and I don't care, pussy.
I should have been the better person. I don't want to be a role model, but I should have been the better person. I like to tell people how it is, but I'm also kind of sorry I said it. Well, which is it? Which is it, Deme? Are you a bad bitch that says things how they are? Or do you make mistakes? Are you human? No, you can't be human. You're a virtual avatar of the internet. Yes. This just makes you look like a stupid. This just makes you look like a stupid ass bitch.
And then
That's
go
for
around and
certain,
say, I should have been the better person. You're not. You're not the better person.
It's so weird though, because it's like an apology, but not an apology.
It's
Look
a
what she
total
says next.
non-apology.
Of course it's not. It's not even. It's not even the attempt of being a non-apology.
Mistake of saying the first thing that came out of my head when seeing his username. I should have been the better person. Said nothing. I've learned to hold my tongue in most things, but I legit got surprised seeing the username and associated with it.
So the first thing that came to your mind when a guy said you're a hypocrite and you recognized him was to be like, wait a minute, your wife cheated on you with your best friend, and your friends didn't care. So that's your first reaction to being called a hypocrite, is to immediately dig up and say dirt on other people. All right, and And again, she's not a role model, guys, but she should have been the better person. And she's a bad bitch that never says sorry, but she's also a little bit sorry because her vibes at Japan are getting hurt now because people online are being mean to her.
Is this guy like some cartoon villain or something? Did like Kanye respond to one of your tweets or something? Like, it's chibi reviews. Relax.
No, it's Ye. It's Ye, remember? Ye's the alter ego. Khan is the main ego.
Okay, I know people talk about him on Twitter all the time.
It's just like David.
Why are you so stun-locked that this guy replied to you being a hypocrite about the art you're reposting? For people who think I'm backpedaling, no. I'm sorry for slipping up and not thinking before talking, but I'm not sorry for what I said, to be honest.
I'm sorry for slipping up and not thinking about talking, but I'm not sorry for what I said. Which is it? Make up your mind. This is a non-statement. What you just said is like the average Kamala Harris speech. Actually, say real words that have meaning. Put words together to make a sentence that has a real meaning to it.
Especially that it was towards him. He's a piece of shit, and everything about him is disgusting to me.
I'm sorry that I brought up a guy getting cheated on, but it's okay though, because actually I disagree with a lot of his takes.
Not because he got cheated on, but because he's a weirdo in general.
It's okay he got cheated on because he's a weirdo, guys. Never mind the fact that his wife was also a weirdo and the wife cheated on him with the best friend. But nonetheless, though, he's a weirdo, so it's deserved.
Then you could have called him a...
I think you're a weirdo, and I think you know, how about this? I think you're a weirdo, Deme. I think what your boyfriend did to you is justified. Oh, did that hurt your feelings? Oh, was that too far? Oh, I'm so sorry. Aw. But at the same time, no, I think you're kind of you're a bit of a freak and you're also a bit of a bitch. So you kind of deserved it. You see how terrible, you see how terrible that sounds? How cruel that is when I reverse it on you? Think about the words that you type to make a sentence and how that sentence actually comes out. Think about the paragraphs you create and what the meaning we're supposed to get from that paragraph is. I mean, what is here is basically I have hurt my trip at Japan's going terrible now because I'm getting hurt on the internet, and but I'm like only upset about that part. Otherwise, though, I don't like that guy and he deserved it. That's what I'm getting so far.
Weirdo in the reply. But that took too many brain cells. That would have caused you to think and actually type something out other than saying, "You got cheated on, Lamau."
Exactly. She's not thinking.
Why is he a
What were you thinking? She wasn't thinking.
weirdo?
Yeah, why exactly?
That deserves to get this like shoved in his face.
If someone's weird, they deserve to be harassed and have their lowest moment of their life shoved in their face. I don't know.
He's a weirdo, so he doesn't deserve.
Because I think he is a weird guy. And I think he would tell you first thing he's a weird.
I also, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he's a pretty. I don't know. When I say he's a weird guy, I actually really know nothing about him. I just know I know he has like a bunch of rage bait takes on Twitter, and I know that a lot of his takes on anime are also like incredibly average. I don't know. I feel like every single time peak anime comes out, he's like, yes, this is the best thing ever, and then anytime anything's not peak anime, I don't know, he just never talks about it, so I really have no idea what this guy's actual opinions are because he just talks about popular thing. To my knowledge, though.
I think we're all weird people in this situation, but like...
I've watched maybe like 5 videos from him.
For the original post,
and I can't remember anything other than the fact that
I did it
girlfriend
just as a
cheated,
reminder of
wife
my stance,
cheated.
Which hasn't changed. It annoyed me that people have time to scroll on my page, but not time to take... to literally read the OG post and the reply not an hour after specifying what I exactly meant. So yeah, it annoyed me when all the blue badges don't tell me.
It made me upset that people are making money off of my tweet, even though I'm also making money off of all of my tweets.
You have a blue badge! How is that a criticism?
Well, she says in another reply to someone else that they're all broke and need money from Twitter.
Well, that's quite interesting. So if you have a blue badge, you're broke and you need money, well... Deme, it looks like you're broke. What's going on? You have 200,000 followers on Twitter. Is that not making enough money? Can you not cover rent? Do you need more of your simps to cover the funds for you?
All my
how much do they need? Do they got to pay your health insurance? Is the health insurance rate a little too high? Is your glucose a little bit too high? Are you unable to hit the treadmill a little that often?
Haters are broke, weirdos, etc., etc. This is what you want to support? Go for it. Go for it. But where were we? The blue badges. Where is it? Oh, the blue badges came crawling in. My bad to my community for getting into drama again. I know I'm not losing anything valuable when it's this type of crowd. Pancakes and waffles. Also, I'm not stupid. I know me saying my stance on porn thing isn't going to stop people from doing it. The post for people who cared about my stance.
Well, I think a lot more people don't care now. I think even more people care less. And I think a lot of people are just going to make corn of you in spite. Just because they know it irks you. It pisses you off.
Are you going to address the hypocrisy at any point? I don't think so. Here's someone saying, so you're a massive bitch who mocks people for their traumatic events that made them suicidal. Got it. Good to know. If you actually didn't bother to do any introspection, you're a sad person, and it speaks to your true nature. And she says, yeah, honestly, if we're talking about Chibi here, I don't sincerely care. I was genuinely surprised he was the guy. You're not that guy.
Okay, so what? Did you look into it after you saw the name? Is that it? After it broke out on you, you looked into his name, you're like, oh, that's him! So instead of replying to what he said, instead you're just gonna like make it about him cheating. Alright, got it.
You're not that guy. Apparently, according to Deme. So, if she thinks you're a weirdo or you're that guy, you deserve anything coming to you. Oh, here's the other reply. Okay. I feel like that should have been obvious to them. If we say not safe for work, a lot of the times it's about people getting after nudity.
Yeah, there's plenty of things that are in SFW that don't have to require, like, titties or vajayjay being shown. If I go to work with this woman on a mug, I'm probably gonna be fired when if in a week. I'll get several customer complaints or several looks from customers in like 3 days if I just if I every single time someone comes in and I drink from a cup with this kind of lady on it. Not safe work means it's not safe to have you at work. People might at work. You know what you're supposed to do at work? That's right. Serious business, formal stuff. You don't have, unless you are in the corn industry. We're not in the corn industry. 95% of people are not. Having something like this on a cup would get people in trouble. You're exposing too much. This is not safe for work. Nah, you guys just misunderstand what SFW actually means. No, an SFW just means I can't show this at work or my boss is going to fire me. My boss would fire me if I brought you to work. My boss would most definitely like fire me if I told you you were my girlfriend.
Yeah, but they just want to farm Twitter engagement because they're poor AF and have nothing else to earn on. The OG post was obvious AF.
Aren't you poor too? You got a blue checkmark, Deme.
If you're a broke
How much money do you need?
If you're a broke boy, just say so. Okay. Amazing stuff. What a disaster. Yeah, thanks for clarifying, Deme. So we now know that you are a confirmed bad person by your own standard. You're a hypocrite. You don't acknowledge genuine criticism. And you'll harass people and demean them and bring up their lowest moments hypocritically if you think they're weird or they're broke. Wow. Amazing.
And people wonder why I actually don't trust or don't like women. It's because of people like this that give a bad reputation to like the actual average woman. Because she has such a large audience, it already leads me to suspect that this is just like the average woman, and this is like the desirable thing that men want to see. And because of that, that's just going to be how the average woman is. Because whether or not her audience is mainly women or it's mainly men, the fact is that this is apparent. Your people are gassing this kind of personality up, which then leads me again to this is what people want when it comes to a woman. They want them to be a bitch.
Very cool. Keep up the good work.
And then people ask me why I don't like women.
Turn the comments off.
Yep.
Oh. Aww, what happened? Oh, were your vibes at Japan hurt a little bit too much? Oh, poor girly. Poor rich girly at Japan. Can't take it. Can't take the repercussions of her own actions. Womp womp.
Oh, womp womp. Everyone's gangster until only some accounts can reply. Many such cases. That is some very fragile behavior right there. Stick to your guns. I thought you were an unapologetic bad person. I thought everyone was a pussy, but you! Shame.
Now who's the pussy?
Shameful situation.
What's new, pussycat?
Suck.
Whoa, whoa,
Introspection
whoa,
is
whoa.
probably the best thing I could advise at this point. So yeah, obviously that whole set of takes is an entire mess, and people were hoping that someone would jump on her phone like it's an active grenade and get her off of social media. However, that was not the case. Just shortly after that tirade, she would make this just pathetic post, honestly, saying, addressing the drama live right now. And instead of linking her actual Twitch channel, she links a 24/7 channel that literally is just reruns of her already posted content. This would get hit with a note clarifying that because...
Well, congratulations. You've definitely, like, capped a lot of people watching you now. Like, sure, let's be real. Most of the people that are on social media are people that are trying to get, like, other people to watch them. But now you've gotten a whole bunch of content creators now to view you in a bad light. Just because of what you've just done. What she's just done over, like, the course of, like, 2 days. 48 hours is all it took now, and now she's gonna have, like, bad PR for at least, like, 2 to 3 years. There's gonna be several people that are gonna be like, Deme! Oh, isn't that the hypocrite who doesn't like who wants people not to make NSFW of her, but her definition of NSFW doesn't make sense? That's just gonna be her. That's gonna be her life now. It's just like Dog Shocker Hassan Pasher.
Clearly, she is trying to farm engagement, which is very ironic because she was mocking people for doing just that, or what she perceived to be doing just that only hours ago. I also want to point out very quickly that this is not marked and pre-labeled as exactly what it is. and that is actually TOS, so I don't really know why she's kind of...
Yeah, but we all know what, we all know Twitch ain't gonna stop her. She's one of the breadwinners.
Flying close to the sun on this one, but I think it's very funny that she is trying to farm not only Twitter engagement, but also engagement on this 24/7 account when literally just hours before she was calling people poor because they were trying to farm Twitter engagement. But of course, this whole thing is just sloppy. It's not going her way. She's not getting the traction. This sort of triple down on mean girl behavior is not a good look at all. Here's the reply saying, weird response. And now...
Okay, Rev, that's just your wife. All right, man. that's just your wife. Here's a response that says weird response. Come on, man. Say it out loud. Here's a response from my wife. Weird response. That's why I liked it too, because she's my wife, but don't worry about that.
The drama farming starts. Get out your bingo cards, folks. What will it be first? Crying/panic attack on stream, tripling down and slinging insults, mass gaslighting and blocking. I may have used your past trauma as a gotcha, but you were mean and that is worse. Also, don't use my past trauma.
No. Chibi was mean while she was at Japan. That's even worse. Being mean Japan. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What are you doing in Japan?
It's me. I'm calling it right now. This whole thing is an absolute mess and a terrible look. Every single person has this sort of feeling, or a lot of people have this feeling, that there is a sort of mean girls club at the top of the indie VTubing scene, and it seems like it's like one...
Wow, really? Who would have thought? Man. Is that any surprise? Is that any surprise when you got people like Cinder, when you got Bao, when you have Deme here? Who's really surprised?
After another, right? This whole thing is incredibly embarrassing. It's been a 24-hour-long crash out where she's gotten progressively more unhinged, and I don't really think it's going to stop anytime soon. But for now, that's going to do it for this video.
Well, I hope not. Hey, you know what? Let's make a new lol cow. Come on, Deme, keep it up. Never apologize. Continue farming the haters. Keep it up. You're making easy content. If you keep it going, you might actually get into more Pegasus channel. That actually might give you some PR. Now, you know what they say, all PR is good PR. Can't say if Pegasus would give you good or bad, but nonetheless, though, that's how you view this thing, right? All PR, good PR. So you want as much people to cover you as possible right now, right? Right? Yeah.
If you enjoyed, consider giving this video a like, consider subscribing and turning on...
Well, thank you, Rev says Desu, for the great video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on Bro's video. Also, like, comment, and subscribe on my video because you know you love me. And I love you, no homo. And again, once remember, unsolicited opinions from whores online.